Why, good morning and welcome to the Soul Sister channel on this Sunday, May the 25th. My name is Kat. I've got your astrological spiritual forecast and guidance going from today through Saturday, June the 1st. This week's video is entitled Mind Blown. I want to back up to Jupiter going into Gemini yesterday, because that's just like the icing on this whole crazy Gemini energy for this whole month. It's just like, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I don't know. Have we experienced that? Have we experienced in the last week all these ideas running through our brains? Some of them are a little bit crazy and way out there. Just write them down. Whatever sounds interesting to us, no matter what it is, something that we want to look into further, write it down, because we're going to come back to that later. Those ideas are going to mean something to us eventually. So write it down. Now this week with Jupiter going in, the latest planet going into Gemini yesterday, we're going to experience this Jupiter expansion. So just take that Gemini energy and ramp it up. The good news about Jupiter is expanding our horizons. So we have the opportunity to learn and grow. We're curious. We're very social. It's all about networking. So, and we want to know what it's all about. We're very, very curious. Now, the problem with this is we have all this. Remember last week I was like hamster wheel? We have all these ideas just buzzing around our heads. Sometimes, especially now with Jupiter joining everyone in Gemini, we might find ourselves so overwhelmed. We might become scattered. We can't even make a decision. Everything is just overwhelming. And then we might actually tend to do things just to get it done. You know, it's not really what we want to do, but just do it and move on. And then we tend to compromise ourselves when we do that, just so we don't have to deal with all this craziness going on in our heads, you know? Watch out for that. But beginning this week, today through Wednesday, happy Memorial Day on Monday, it's a great time to be with families and friends and socialize and network. We're feeling really good. It's the first unofficial day of summer in the United States of America as we celebrate Memorial Day. And, we communicate so well on Memorial Day. It's like we are able to express our deepest, innermost feelings. We're able to take our very original ideas and communicate them in a way that is practical and effective, and people understand it. So we're feeling pretty fine. So if we have the opportunity to get with other people and just have fun for this unofficial first day of summer, let's do it, because we deserve it. We've been doing a lot of work. Let's just to get together, relax, and enjoy each other. Now on Tuesday and Wednesday, again, we have these very interesting, we'll pay attention, because we're gonna have some really interesting, unique, original ideas moving through our crazy brains, and we're going to want to write them down. And if something really catches our curiosity, we might want to look into that a little further. But don't just say, "Oh my God, that's so freaking out there. I need to see a therapist." No, the crazier the better. At least just write it down. Then we can come back to it and decide whether it really was a little bit too crazy, or if it's something we can work with. So that's what we've got on Tuesday and Wednesday. Let me switch the page here. And then on Wednesday, we have a very interesting connection. It's an Aries energy connection between Mars and Aries, and Mars rules Aries, and Chiron in Aries. I don't talk about Chiron too often, but Chiron is an asteroid that in astrology we look at because that helps us find our wounds and gives us the tools to help heal those wounds. So, knowing that, on Wednesday, it feels like we finally have the bravery, the courage to really get into this wound, clean it out, put some antiseptic on it, and help it heal. It's like we finally figured out what was at the bottom of it. And now that we know where these emotions, these dark emotions were coming from, we can heal it. We can let it go. I mean, we can't do that until we know what we've got. And so on Wednesday, it could look negative, but one of our deepest wounds is going to be activated. And we're going to have the ability, the clarity, the courage, and the strength to really look at it, feel it, and let it go. Really good stuff. It's possibly a very healing day on Wednesday, as long as we don't get into the emotion and let the emotion take us into the emotional abyss, and then we miss the opportunity completely because we're just so overwhelmed with these dark feelings. So look at that on Wednesday. On Thursday, interesting connection because we're squares. There's squares on Thursday. We've got the moon in Pisces, and it's a square, and Pisces can be very manipulative, very controlling, can tell little lies, little fantasies. So when I was looking at this week a little bit ago, I was thinking, this is where we really want to pay attention to what is not being said. What are they holding back? What truth are they not sharing with us? Be aware. Somebody's going to be trying to sell us a story, and they are going to want us to compromise ourselves, maybe offer up some of our power to them, because the story is so pretty. It's so pretty, and it has such a happy ending. But it's a story. So be aware, have those antennas up, so that we aren't bamboozled into something that is too good to be true, because it is. Yeah. And also, people on Thursday and Friday, they're not going to be real excited about these great ideas we came up with at the beginning of the week. You know, at the beginning of the week, we shared these with our friends, our families, everyone's supportive. At the end of the week, it kind of like the air is let out of the balloon, and we're all feeling a little deflated on Friday. So we're not real excited to entertain your new freaking idea. I really like the way things are right now. I know it doesn't work the greatest. I know we have our problems, but at least I know what I got, you know? And I know what I got to do if this breaks or if that doesn't work. I'm not ready for that. So watch out for that on Friday. Watch out for that on Friday. And then on Saturday, date night. What do I have here? Okay, now we have the moon in Aries. So we had that Aries energy on Wednesday when we found the courage and the strength to really move through some unresolved emotional trauma. And now the moon is in Aries, and she's all fiery and passionate and woo, baby. so, so Saturday could be a very fiery and passionate date night. It could be, if we are not in a relationship, it could be a really fun time with friends, family, just going out, doing something. Well, Aries, I like that big bonfire. Make the hugest fire ever and enjoy it with our friends and family. Let's see, what else did I have? There's also the Gemini energy is still flowing strong, and now we've got Jupiter in there just blowing everything up even further. So during this whole time, all through the week, and we'll recognize it again on Saturday after we've gotten through the week and dealt with people's bullshit. On Saturday, we're like, oh God, here come, oh yeah, I thought about that on Thursday, but I didn't do anything about it because everyone was so cranky. Let me look at that again. So pay attention. It's so important that we pay attention to this energy moving through our brains this week. Aquarius energy comes in at the end of the week, so it's our opportunity to really, really get in touch with who we truly are, our unique capabilities and skills. So be there and really, really pay attention to what our thoughts are telling us this week. But don't get too crazy because Jupiter's there. So Jupiter, like I said, it could just become so overwhelming that we just completely shut down. Or earlier in the week when I was telling about people with their fantastic stories, with this Gemini energy, we do have a tendency to change the facts a little bit so they fit into the story we like. And that's going to be happening at the end of the week too. So watch out for that. People kind of, yeah, well, let's just change that a little bit. Let's embellish it or exaggerate a little bit, and maybe outright lie because we feel, as another Sagittarius Jupiter energy, as we feel that we're above it all. The end justifies the means. Watch out, because the end does not justify the means, ever. Okay? It's a nice little saying, but it's not true. So, great week ahead. Great week ahead. I mean, we are so creative. We have so many incredible ideas to work on. Write it down, journal. Because it's moving so fast, we're not going to be able to keep up with it if we think we can remember it, okay? And watch out for the other at the end of the week as they try to compromise us. They try to take our power so that we will help them support or fit into their particular story, which may not be ours, probably isn't ours, since we have squares. So careful about that. And then a great passionate date night on Saturday. And for those of us who aren't with a date, don't have a partner, we're just gonna go out and hang out with friends and have a great time outdoors, building that huge bonfire, singing songs, playing guitars, all that cool stuff. So let's begin the week like we always do by becoming balanced, aligned, and connected with our higher selves. We're going to take our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Then we're going to say our Sun and Gemini affirmation, which is kind of like last month, but we're evolving it a little bit this month. So we'll say that and stay in our space of white light connected with our higher selves for 5 seconds. So let's take our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Let's take the first one. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. take one more. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the darkness, all the negativity and toxicity. It's all flowing away, flowing out of our bodies to wherever it came from. And in its place, we're being filled with this beautiful white light, made up of white light, love, and goodwill. Not only does this incredible energy fill our entire bodies, we can see all this light, our whole body is light. Not only does it fill our entire body, but it is protecting us, deflecting all evil, low vibration, all negativity back to its source. Now, while we're in this space of white light connected with our higher selves, we're going to say our Sun in Gemini affirmation. When I choose to come from love, abundance, and gratitude, I conquer unworthiness, fear, and lack. We'll say the affirmation. We'll stay in the space of white light connected with our higher selves for 5 seconds. Let's say the affirmation together. When I come from love, abundance, and gratitude, I conquer unworthiness, fear, and lack. Good work. Good work. See how we kept that love, abundance, and gratitude, and we've just evolved it a little further this month. It's great stuff. All right. I do have to tell us, keep those 3 breaths in our back pocket, and we might need them this week when others are trying to take our power or compromise us and help us bring us back into balance. Also, if we're whirring around our head like that hamster on the hamster wheel, 3 breaths might help there. Just kind of calm everything down. Ooh. So don't forget that. And don't forget the affirmation, because that's very helpful too. We keep telling ourselves, love, abundance, gratitude. It is our divine right. It is our heritage. We get that because we are children of God. That's our goodies. The only person that can mess that up for us is, guess who? Us. And we do, don't we? Because we feel unworthy, or we feel fearful, or we don't feel we have enough. But the fact is, we have everything we need. We just have to get out of our own way and be open to it. So, pay attention to our affirmation this month. Now, come see me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat. I've got my daily inspirational oracle messages going on there. Gives us a little thought for the day to help us be a little bit more balanced and aligned. Also, come, if you like the message of the channel, please spread it around, because golly guys, we gotta let everyone know, hey buddy, you're responsible for your own reality. Stop blaming everybody else. We create our own reality, whether consciously or unconsciously. So let's get to it. Let's start creating consciously the life we want. And a helpful tool is learning to work with the energies that I share with us on this channel, the astrology energies. So have a great week ahead. Don't forget to take your breaths when you need them. Don't forget to write it down. And remember the keynote for the Soul Sister channel. Life is lived from the inside out. Make it a great week. I hope we all get closer to who we truly are, and we can embrace that with these incredible ideas. Namaste.